You know what's funny about iQOO? They never actually call their phones gaming phones, yet these devices keep showing up on professional esports stages. The latest champ in the lineup is the brand new iQOO 15, their 2025 flagship. So let's crack open this box and check out what's new this year. A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our exciting tech content. The packaging uses a disposable seal and a black and silver theme that really gives off a premium shine. Alongside the iQOO branding, you also spot the KPL League logo, proving its status as the official device for pro esports tournaments. Kind of ironic for a brand that insists it isn't a gaming phone, right? Inside, the phone has a bit of weight to it. You'll find a plastic inner tray, a protective case, a charger, and this signature iQOO cloth that instantly brought back memories of the very first iQOO I ever unboxed. Every generation has kept that iconic slanted packaging style, like a design tradition. The charger uses a Type-C connector and supports 100-watt fast charging with a 20 volts FIFAE high voltage system. It's compact, but the cable, that thing is a beast. A 9.2 amps data cable, which is honestly one of the best you can get in the industry right now. The wire is thick, harder than usual, and clearly not cheap. Definitely something worth holding on to. For the curious, it measures 99 centimeters in length. Now for the real star. Pulling off that protective film feels like revealing a trophy moment. Since this is designed for competitive gaming, of course it features a flat display. Under indoor lighting, you might notice a subtle matte-style anti-reflection layer. Compared with a standard tempered glass screen protector, the brightness dips slightly because of that film, but the outer edges still reflect white normally. This isn't one of those almost curved flat screens either. The front is completely flat, and the curvature of the bezel defines the entire shape. The bezel has a matte silver gray finish, a bit darker than the frame, and the antenna bands are also gray. The top ones are symmetrical, but the sides have 3 antenna strips on the right, where the power button, volume keys, and bottom mic line up between them. Just a heads up so you don't mistake the mic hole for the SIM slot. Every surface, sides, back, and front, keeps that flat, sturdy styling. Turning to the back, wow, the design makes a strong first impression. It almost has the vibe of Chinese ink art. Tilt it sideways and it feels like brush strokes spreading across a scroll. Flip it upright and suddenly it looks like glowing clouds at sunset. The visual changes depending on your viewing angle, which makes the design super unique and full of personality. Feels like you're holding a scene from a game. Next up, the camera module. It's still that classic iQOO rounded rectangle shape, but this time the edges look sharper and tougher, moving away from the old airplane window look. The module corners are bulky and bold, while the frame corners remain a bit smaller. You get a 50 megapixel triple camera setup with 4 cutouts centered around the main sensor. Since the phone itself is flat, the lenses blend in smoothly, and the bump doesn't stick out much. Even though this phone is built for esports players, the camera specs still go big, especially the aperture. Time to weigh it. With the pre-applied screen protector, the phone lands at 224 grams. The metal and glass definitely feel premium, though the weight is noticeable. Gamers will probably be gripping with both hands anyway. Pop on the included case and the whole style shifts into something more low-key. Appearance score? I'm giving this design a solid 100 out of 100. Your turn. What would you rate the iQOO 15's look this year? Alright, let's fire this up and see what's new. Right from the initial setup, there's a fresh option waiting for us: color temperature adjustment. You can instantly decide whether you want cooler tones or a warmer look. This feature makes sense because iQOO worked with Samsung to create a specially tuned LADE OLED panel for this model. So, which side are you on? Cool or warm? Let me know what you'd pick. Moving ahead, we check the third-party background processes. There are 21 running by default, which lands right in the average range based on the phones we've tested earlier. Next, with a light background on the screen, the black borders actually look slightly slimmer thanks to the gray frame. The bezels are almost identical on all 4 sides. Now look at the rounded corners of the display. When placed next to the previous iQOO 13, the difference jumps out instantly. The new model has noticeably larger rounded corners, while the older one looked more squared off. Though, compared to the iPhone's very rounded look, this still sits somewhere in between. So visually, which style do you prefer? Straight lines or bigger curves? Speaking of comparisons, the frame has changed too. iQOO 13 used a glossy finish that easily showed smudges and fingerprints, while the iQOO 15 switches to a matte metallic frame for a cleaner, more durable vibe. Let's dive into the display itself. This screen debuts a brand new co-developed OLED panel with Samsung. Even in manual brightness, it gets surprisingly bright, almost glowing. Push smaller sections of the screen to peak brightness, and it becomes even more intense. That improvement comes from removing the polarizing layer, boosting the screen's overall light efficiency and color performance. Beyond hardware, brightness control gets smarter with AI assistance. Everyone's eyes react differently to light, so now you can tweak screen brightness per app. Maybe you like reading apps dimmer while videos crank up the glow automatically. It remembers your habits too, which makes the adjustment more personal over time. Eye comfort features remain similar to what you've seen before in Origin OS. The display supports both 1080p and 1440p options and lets you switch between 60Hz and 144Hz refresh rates. Under the microscope, you can see how neat and precise the pixel layout is. The purple subpixels are perfectly round and uniform, which is exactly why Samsung's screen quality gets so much praise. Now here's something nice for daily use: ultrasonic fingerprint recognition. The sensor is positioned a bit higher on the screen, so it's more natural to reach. Enrollment is easy too. Just swipe and rotate your finger without lifting it repeatedly, and it registers in seconds. Unlocking is snappy as well. One cool new system-level trick this year is called space compression. On our 16GB plus 1TB model, storage management gets a serious upgrade. There's even lossless app compression, similar to how Windows lets you browse a zip file without fully extracting it. The small compression barely affects read speed and can free up around 10% more usable space, which is huge for heavy data users. So that wraps up our quick look at the iQOO 15. The transformation this year is impressive. The design still screams iQOO, and this new Lingyun color style definitely stands out. The real spotlight, though, is the display. That custom Samsung-powered screen clearly offers a different visual experience and introduces some first-in-the-industry features. Even though iQOO avoids calling this a gaming phone, its performance and screen clearly aim to beat those that do. Stick around and subscribe because we'll be diving into the dedicated gaming features very soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.